It's crazy to think that none of this was here only 8.5 million years ago. Yet today, this relatively new island is home to the tallest mountain in Spain. When it comes to traveling, sometimes you just gotta go big or stay home. From dramatic volcanoes to exotic sea creatures, a buffet of outdoor activities, and absolutely awesome amenities, Tenerife is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the Canary Islands. Let's dive into it. Home to the imposingly impressive Mount Teide, standing at 3,715 meters tall, Tenerife is the gigantic heart of the Canary Islands. At just over 28 degrees in latitude and only 250 kilometers west of the Sahara Desert, the island, with a population of 954,000, sits centrally in the island chain. The Canaries are the only place in Europe that occupy this zone, where wearing shorts 365 days a year is possible. With an average of only 22 days of rain per year and 15-degree lows at night during winter, the weather is more attractive than a cheeseburger to a drunk 18-year-old at 2 in the morning. From May through September, historically there are 0 rain days, making this period the best time to visit the island. What you will find here, though, are insanely dynamic topographies that bolster some of the coolest flora and fauna that also double as a host of a multitude of outdoor activities. Let's start beneath the waves and work our way all the way to the top of the Mount Teide volcano. Tenerife is hands down one of the best places for scuba diving in Europe. Its aquatic volcanic topography has attracted a wide range of unique creatures. The 2 most popular celebrities here are the butterfly stingray and the angel shark. They are both ambush predators that camouflage super well with their surroundings. The butterfly stingray can grow up to 2 meters wide and is arguably one of the most beautiful endangered stingrays in the world. The resident celebrity angel sharks are found in the Canary Islands more abundantly than anywhere else in the world. They can reach up to 2.2 meters long, and this endangered species is so special you could spend an entire dive just gazing into its eyes. If you could only do one dive in Tenerife, without hesitation, that dive site is Bufadero. Only 200 meters from the fishing farms of Palmar, the activity from these farms is what has attracted large schools of fish, sharks, turtles, and rays. Making our way above the surface, we've got whale watching and dolphin excursions. Fishing is also a super popular water sport, as the waters can reach a depth of over 3,000 meters off the coast of Los Gigantes. Playa de las Américas and Los Cristianos is where you're going to find the signature surfing beaches of Tenerife. Where else in Europe can you surf with views like this? The beaches of El Medano are the most popular area for windsurfing. Swimming is the bread and butter choice activity in Tenerife, and the island offers 3 varieties. Unsurprisingly, the island is chock full of beautiful pools. At resorts, hotels, beach clubs, and expat apartment buildings, it's not bad having one close by when temperatures hit the mid-30s. There are also ridiculous public lagoons in Puerto de La Cruz and Santa Cruz de Tenerife, where you can pay a small fee to spend the day. The beaches are not as plentiful as some of the other islands in the Canaries, as the volcanic topography chews up a good chunk of the coastline. Yet that's what makes the ones that are here even that much more special. If I had to choose one beach that stands out above all the others, it is easily the beach at La Playa de las Terrestrias, just north of Santa Cruz de Tenerife. It is definitely the crowd favorite as it offers a protected shoreline and has ample space for beach activities. Its true colors can be seen from above as the shoreline mimics a rainbow. The third type of swimming hole is in fact a hole, a volcanic swimming hole. The volcanic pools here are just like boobs. You have the all-natural ones and then the ones that have been fancied up by human hands. Making our way up from the coast, we find the most popular activity on the island, hiking. As we will see in just a moment, the variety of topographies and environments on Tenerife are exceptionally dynamic. The trekking trails of Tenerife can be found all around the island and they all offer something unique. From the coastal trails of Costa del Silencio all the way to the top of Mount Teide, the deck of hikes to trek is stacked. And that's because the landscapes and environments found on the island are truly incredible. Hiking is easily our favorite activity on the island, so we've got a full video that covers the 5 best hikes at Tenerife for you to check out after this. Working our way back down to town, let's now have a look at the insane contrast in climate and topography that can be found on the island. Starting with the volcanic behemoth of Mount Teide, this is easily the most impressive mountain in Spain. With no neighboring mountains even remotely close to it, Teide sticks out like a sore thumb. This means that on the clearest of days, Teide can be observed from all of the other Canary Islands. The best part about Mount Teide is that everybody can visit the peak. Either by foot or by gondola, the only limitation is the weather. The volcanic highlands that surround Mount Teide average over 2,000 meters and are home to the endemic Echium Walperetti flowers. If you want to see them in bloom, you need to visit in between mid-May and mid-June. The topography of this zone really does slap the eyes harder than a pissed-off 1950s school teacher. Another cool fact is that the volcanic highlands can be often found high above the clouds. It can be cloudy and overcast around the perimeter of the entire island and clear sunny skies above this Martian terrain. This is why Tenerife is home to the second largest observatory in the Canary Islands after La Palma. Descending below this plateau of volcanic pandemonium are the pine forests of Tenerife. Interlaced with hiking trails, these forests are a crucial part of the biodiversity of the island. To the north of the island is the crowd favorite reserve of the Anaga Rural Park. The park is home to ancient laurel forests, which are remnants of the Tertiary period and are a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site. Again, we've got a full video that covers this in more detail, as Anaga is truly that awesome. All around the coast are the remnants of previous volcanic eruptions. This natural process of island creation has produced some of the most incredible landscapes you'll see anywhere in the Canaries. To the south of the island, you will find the polar opposite of Anaga, the deserts of Malpe de Guimar, or the Badlands of Guimar in English. It can be deceiving because the villages and towns of the south have planted and irrigated all the tropical plants in the touristy areas, but the wild areas look like this, and they are just as captivating as their counterpart in the north. When it comes to animals, the most abundant species on the island of Tenerife is... nope, not these guys. Humans. Humans have set up establishments all around the island, and the cities and towns of Tenerife are just as special as their host island. The locals seem to prefer Puerto de La Cruz, as the shenanigans of southern Tenerife seldomly make their way up here. Kicking things off is the capital, Santa Cruz de Tenerife. It is a far less touristy location where you will find more locals than tourists. It has all the amazing amenities that you would expect from a world-class capital and is home to the second largest carnival in the world. Los Gigantes is home to the most impressive cliffs you will ever see on the Atlantic. Nestled away in the cove of these towering giants, the village is truly something special. The words must visit can get carelessly thrown around at times, but this is absolutely a must-see destination on the island. Moving down the coast, we come to Adeje. This is Big Resort Central. This is where you will find the 5-star resorts and an epic promenade that brings you along the volcanic south coast. Easily the most popular place on the island for tourists and expats, we've got Playa de las Américas and Los Cristianos. Their popularity stems from the fact that these two are built on the most accessible beaches of Tenerife. You will find everything here, and in many ways, these towns are everything Bali wishes it could be. Stay tuned as we got another video coming up that will cover these two in much more detail. I've saved my favorite for last, and that's Puerto de La Cruz. I'm a bit biased because the parking for camper vans here is easily the best urban parking on the island. Good free parking aside, Puerto de La Cruz has a more rustic local vibe, and that makes it feel much more authentically Tenerife. The island's most beautiful village is arguably Garachico. It is the only village on the island that is designated on the list of the Pueblos Más Bonitos de España. Its classic colonial tropical construction, coupled with its famous wooden balconies, set it apart from everything else on the island. And if you happen to be visiting during summer, then you'll hopefully be fortunate enough to have these volcanic rock pools open to the public. I say arguably because even though villages like this aren't as big and fancy, everybody's going to have their favorite. Let us know down in the comments below which village is your favorite on the island of Tenerife. If you want to witness and experience all this for yourself, you're gonna have to get here, and that's what we're gonna look at next, is the dynamics about the island of Tenerife. Getting to Tenerife is beyond easy. This is what has led to a boom in the local island's infrastructure over the past several years. The island has 2 international airports and flies directly to over 30 countries in Europe. It is a huge hub for Ryanair, and Tenerife has 17 direct flights just to the UK alone. If connectivity is the left hand, then price is the right. It is super affordable to get plane tickets to visit the island, where you can easily find deals for round trips under 100 euros from countries like England, France, and Spain. You can also take a ferry from Cadiz or Huelva on the mainland, and the island is directly connected to all the other Canary Islands. My biggest tip here is to look out for Black Friday deals, as you can sometimes score half off on ferry tickets from the mainland. Accommodation in Tenerife can be anything you want. From 5-star resorts to hippies living in a cave, there is something here for literally everybody's tastes and needs. For people looking to make Tenerife home, availability is down and the cost has gone up considerably since the pandemic. The island's commitment to adding high-speed fiber internet, the lowest gas prices in Western Europe, and airport connectivity with insanely cheap airfare has attracted a stampede of digital nomads and retirees to the island, let alone 5.2 million tourists every year and growing. Affordability and choice are a huge factor for most people choosing to visit the island. There is nothing you can't buy on the island, and the amount of big brands on the island is at a point where it is starting to be a bit much. As the island's popularity and infrastructure continue to grow, The people of Tenerife will need to be very careful with how they proceed in pursuing development expansion. Although 60% of the island's GDP is from tourism, it will need to look at the shortcomings of other tourist hotspots to avoid falling into the trap of becoming a tourist trap, and becoming a major burden on the flora and fauna of the island. However, for now, Tenerife is booming. It is entering its golden years of tourism, and there has never been a better time to visit the island. From the tallest mountain in Spain down to the creatures of the ocean and everything in the middle, the magnitude of the magnetism that has attracted people here in the millions is strong. Now you can see why Tenerife is the heart of one of the most dynamic archipelagos in Europe, where the sun always shines and shorts are always warm.